Hi there swarmers, so great to have you back in the hive with us. Thanks for being here. Make sure you've hit this subscribe button and the notification bell and you'll always be up to date with our videos. We're taking your head into the clouds today. Clouds are condensed moisture. They are a collection of tiny water droplets or ice crystals floating in the sky. Sometimes they float high up in the atmosphere, while other times they appear so low as if we could reach out and touch their fluffiness. At any given moment, clouds cover approximately 2/3 of our planet. This is incredibly significant as clouds act to both heat and cool our planet. Their structure and height determines which. Without any clouds at all, our planet would be considerably warmer. Let's take a quick look at some general cloud formations which impact climate. Stratus clouds are one of the low-level cloud types, and these would be best described as sheet-like in appearance, thick with a grey colour. They are best at reflecting the sun's radiative energy and thereby have a net cooling effect on the Earth's temperature. Cumulus clouds can occur at low or mid-level, and these are the stereotypical cotton ball style clouds we all draw in elementary school. When they're low, they have a cooling effect, but if they form higher up, they will trap heat and prevent it from being reflected back into space. Cirrus clouds are those wispy formations, taking on the look of cotton candy or feathers. They're very high in altitude, so are made up predominantly of ice crystals rather than water. But despite that makeup, they're considered a blanket around the Earth, preventing heat from leaving our planet. On a winter's night, when you might expect very cold temperatures, the presence of these clouds will keep the temperatures much more pleasant than on a cloudless night. But what have clouds got to do with climate change? Well, more than once was thought. Clouds have seemingly been underestimated in their impact. They've been an enigma, a loose cannon, unpredictable, which is obviously unhelpful in trying to make climate predictions and get consensus on those predictions. What has been well documented for years is that there is feedback between climate and clouds. The type and location of clouds and their formation has an impact on climate, and conversely, climate and overall warming of our atmosphere has an impact on cloud formation. But none of it happens in a uniform way. That is, while global warming is certain to increase clouds, it might see more of a particular type in a particular place, but a decrease in other types and locations. Why is it certain there'd be an increase in any clouds as the atmosphere warms? Because there's an increase in the amount of water moving through the hydrological cycle. In fact, according to the Clausius-Clapeyron equation, 7% more moisture is held in the atmosphere for every 1 degree Celsius of warming. And the problem with the variability of more clouds forming is the vastly different heat-related behaviours that they exhibit. A marked increase in high cirrus clouds means a significant amount of infrared energy captured, leading to further heating of the atmosphere. But increases in the bright white clouds, more often lower to the surface, would mean a more moderated temperature of Earth. With the fact of our atmospheric carbon dioxide increasing and the understanding that this will bring, and is already bringing, an amplified greenhouse effect and global warming, comes the big question of how much warmer. Scientists have been working for decades to try to answer this and come up with what's known as equilibrium climate sensitivity. And as you would have noticed, there is no exact figure for this. Until last year, we worked with the range of 1.5 to 4.5 degrees Celsius of warming, a massive 3 degrees Celsius between best case and worst case scenarios. Thankfully, we now have newer research and a narrowed climate sensitivity range. The reason a smaller range is important is that it's not so low we can ignore it, and it's not so high we should despair. In addition, it provides a more clear timeline for serious action, helps to outline the specific climate impacts which we can expect, and therefore provides a basis for policy. Much of this new clarity is due to deeper understanding of clouds and comprehensive assessment of feedbacks in different cloud regimes. Although the current overall effect of clouds in our atmosphere is a net cooling one, this will change. One paper, published in June 2021, offered 3 degrees Celsius as a prediction for warming. This study focused on the implications of clouds and their feedback. Merely weeks later, a further study was published from the Imperial College London, suggesting with a 97.5% probability that we will see at least a 3 degrees Celsius of warming and have essentially ruled out anything less than a 2-degree rise. The certainty from this paper and the difference in the methodology was that researchers used machine learning, which they suggest has led to attainment of much more robust cloud data. They expect that as we experience further climate changes, clouds will both reflect less heat and trap more heat, amplifying global warming. The IPCC AR6 report also concluded that there's overwhelming evidence for net positive cloud feedback. All the previous uncertainty and ambiguity around the effects of clouds and the effects of climate change on them and the subsequent climate impacts from them seems to have been put to bed. Clouds might look light and fluffy and sometimes tickle our funny bone with unusual shapes, but they are absolutely complicit in our current climate trajectory worsening. So the question once again is, what can we do about it? We don't yet have cloud control machinery, so the best thing we can all do is reduce our personal carbon footprint. A nice and simple place to start is with diet and food waste. Please become politically active and write letters and petitions and arrange meetings with your local elected officials, providing the scientific and economic evidence to invest in renewable energy infrastructure and say no to new fossil fuel exploration. And please have this conversation with as many people as you can. This fight needs numbers. And that's just one of the reasons we're grateful for you being here with us, Swarmers. Thank you for your continued work to make this planet a more livable place for generations to come. Stay safe, stay sustainable, and we'll see you next time.